Fucking challenge.
It's your life.
You ready?
Oh man, this is
I was thinking Michael Jackson coming on with that.
Let's actually, I think of Dr. Drake.
So you're a philosopher? Yes.
Turn it down. You hear that though?
Yes. Yeah. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
So these aren't connected?
Very deeply.
Oh, you should take those home and fry it.
Very deeply.
In about 4 seconds, the teacher will begin to speak.
I think very deeply.
Well, good evening, and welcome to the Bills podcast. I just want to say what up to everybody who's with us this evening. I'm Pitch.
I'm Rocket. What up?
I'm Scott. And we just want to say thank you for rocking with us this evening. Let me turn that off.
Yeah.
So how was your week, Rocket?
Oh man, I don't know.
I said, I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know, this the last day of yesterday was the last day of school for the babies, and they gone with their TT. Shout out to their TT. So it's a good week. They were ecstatic. So the weather is it's progressing, spending more time outside.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good week, not a bad week by far. No.
Wendell Scott's.
I thought it was a great week. School just let out for me. So that wasn't a great thing. Because that means now you start paying for camp.
Yeah, for me, week was okay. I got some things that I'll talk about. I think I'm going to talk about a little bit later. We'll get into it. But I was out of school. Now I started back to school this week. So I got this class for another 7 more weeks, and then I'm done at the end of July.
Okay.
Get about another month off, and then back to school. Get it back. But that's what's going on.
You know, I've been thinking about going back to school.
Yeah.
I want to pursue my PhD in economics.
Well, that's needed. It's needed.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get ahead, it's well needed.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot that we don't know.
Yeah.
You know, and I think law and economics are the two things that just keeps us in a spin cycle of just getting fucked. But
yeah. Well, all right. Well, before we get started, we got to know.
Oh man.
So, Rocket, what you sipping on?
Well, I'm still with the red label Johnny Walker. I had some moonshine earlier with a splash of lemon water. Trying something out, you know, a little twinge. But right now, yeah, Johnny Walker. Actually, I'm a bit of a fan. This shit here is trash. I might have to drink it because I bought it. But that Johnny Walker right there,
Smooth.
very nice.
What is it? Oh, let's get a bottle up here.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stop showing them.
Yeah. We don't give a freak about that. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Unless I trash you, then I'm gonna tell you what's horrible there.
When the Scott, you drinking the same thing?
Same thing. Johnny Walker Red. That's a good blend.
Johnny Walker Red. I'm drinking nothing this evening.
Oh,
yeah.
But hey, here we go.
Got some more. Well, it's water over there. I got some.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Water.
We'll get it.
Not water, but water.
Yeah. So let's get into what we're talking about this week.
Oh man, there's so much to talk about.
It is so much to talk about.
So let's give a kind of like a rundown of some soft topics. Something that we ain't gonna talk about long, but
what do you want to? So
I'm gonna.
So remember this. So what you're saying?
Absolutely. Oh, man.
Yeah.
See?
So what you're saying?
So I'm just gonna get it out of the way. You can call it hate. You can call it whatever you want. I'm just gonna call it how I feel. The Milwaukee Bucks should have been celebrated last night.
Yeah.
All because of some mismanagement, miscoaching.
No.
Yes.
Giannis don't have a left hand.
What? I ain't
Giannis
talking
don't-
about Giannis.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
Giannis.
Bullhouse.
Yeah, he don't like the coach.
Oh, you don't
Nah,
like him?
it's not that I don't like him, but it was like, damn, it's a sore spot for me because you're gonna lose 4 games in a row. You ain't gonna make no change.
When their superstar can't dribble and they're playing a 1-3-1
They
zone.
don't have your superstar
Dog.
point.
The thing you got to understand is they get paid too, and they make adjustments too. I see what
Right.
you're saying. Because Budenholzer, when he left Atlanta, one thing that he was known for, not making adjustments.
There you go.
So
See?
yeah,
And dude, you cannot tell me that Milwaukee Bucks was not the best team in the West. I mean, in the East.
No, they weren't.
well,
No.
Let me go to somebody. Let me go to somebody else that ain't from that. Hey,
You trying to
you
compare?
can't tell me.
You trying to compare
Hold on, I
Kawhi
made a
Leonard to
mistake.
Giannis?
I made a mistake when I looked at you when I was asking that question.
Okay.
so here's
Yes.
so here's my thing.
I'm comparing the whole
No.
team. I'm comparing the whole team
no,
to the whole team.
because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The Toronto Raptors had a lot more playoff experience
Right.
than the Bucks.
Okay.
Their players,
Yes,
their players had a lot
yeah.
more experience.
Yes.
Kawhi Leonard, hands down, was better than Giannis.
Yes.
Kawhi Leonard
Okay,
was
yeah.
better than Giannis.
Yeah. Yeah.
So adding all that stuff up,
I mean, he should have. And he has the experience. you
yes,
know?
the Bucks did have the best the best
Record.
season record, yeah.
But
But when it comes to
But
playoffs,
their percentages, dude.
but when it comes to the playoffs, it's a totally different story,
Sure
dog.
is.
You gotta go to the next level. And I think that's part of
I
why.
think they showed that. I think they showed that with Boston.
No.
You don't think that?
No, because Boston was more of a revenge from what happened the last year.
right.
So you saying Boston self-destruct?
Boston didn't
No,
respect
no,
it.
no.
I don't
No,
think
no,
Boston
no.
respected it.
No. I think the Bucks took that more as a revenge thing
Right.
versus we're a good team and we should beat them. They were a better team. But I think
But
for
didn't
them,
Toronto put them out?
No,
I
no,
think
last
Boston-
year,
I think Boston
No,
was
I
a
know
better
last
team
year was
Last year
without
Boston, but
Kawhi.
the year
I mean,
before,
without what's the name? Boston was a better team.
Kyrie.
Without him, they were a better team than us.
you
I
know
don't think
what?
so.
You know
Kyrie
what, man?
jacked that whole
I'm
squad
gonna
up,
tell you. I'm
man.
gonna tell you where.
I don't think so because
I
we
used
beat
to
them
think
5-1.
that.
We beat them 4-1.
Right.
I used to think that,
On paper,
but
on paper.
Yeah.
When once I heard
No,
Giannis
we
say,
beat them
once I heard
4-1.
Giannis say, "Let's finish him off," I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah. So
He's
he got
something like
that
that.
killer. He got that killer.
Yeah.
See, the thing about Kyrie is a killer. He's a ball killer. He's like a black hole. The ball goes in and don't come out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At least Giannis was trying to, but
Giannis has that killer instinct.
yeah,
I
he
think
just don't have no jumper.
You don't have
right.
no jump
He doesn't
shooters,
have a jump.
no better
Right.
jump
Yeah.
shooters,
So
and he don't have a left hand either. He only
Yeah.
dribbled 3 times with
yeah.
left.
So
That's horrible.
to me, we need to
You got
get,
all
we
that
need to
money.
get.
You'll work on it.
So to me,
And
we
do
need
a
to get
ring.
better. We need to get better shooters, and we need to get a
I'm agreed to all those points, but I'm still
put
All
on
this was
Budenholzer
Giannis need to be doing all summer long.
because
Hat.
and shooting.
I
Yeah.
still say that if Jason Kidd was
No.
The reason why
He
we
would've
have
made
Giannis,
the
the
change.
reason why we have
He
Giannis
would've
is
made
because we
the
let Kidd go because he wasn't gonna let Giannis do what he's doing now.
Because
Maybe
look at
It's not his
look at
game.
what they did. They had basically the same exact team as they had
Yeah.
last year, except for Brook Lopez, right?
okay.
We had the same exact team that we had last year. Look at where we finished last year. We were like number 5 or number 6 in the East. Versus Budenholzer comes in this year, we're number 1 in the East.
Listen, I was all on board.
That we
up
played
until
great
the
Euro
Eastern
ball.
Conference final.
We play Euro ball.
Like now,
Yeah.
it was like if this guy right here, he doesn't know how to make adjustments. Like, goddamn, what's
That was
Yeah,
a hit.
but listen, it's not always the coach.
Yes.
Remember, you
Well,
listen.
It's not always
Once you get to the pros,
this is the coach.
Wait,
I understand that it's not always the coach.
No.
Once you get to the pros, once you get there,
Mhm.
as a point guard, you're supposed to see the defense. You can tell a good point guard say, "Hey, go down. You play the baseline. Let us run the top."
Eric Bledsoe was too worried about scoring himself.
Eric Bledsoe is a great athlete.
Let me
He's
paint
not a
this
great
picture.
point guard.
Yeah, Brogdon.
You have
point guard.
three cats your same height and size waiting on you as you bring down the ball.
Yeah.
The defense right there.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep doing that? Because it's like he is not getting any type of penetration because of that.
So how's that Budenholzer's fault?
Right.
Because if Budenholzer may have said, do this. Giannis continues to do the same thing. So how's that Budenholzer's fault?
That was like,
well, let me say this. Let's stop talking about Giannis like
you run the point.
He's not a superstar. He's a superstar.
He's a
5-star. So now it's time to start giving him pieces. So we're talking Giannis like we need these people around him. We don't need the people around him. It's just like every other superstar. He needs pieces.
Yes.
It's time to trade out. It's time to trade out Bledsoe.
Yeah.
He's a great athlete.
They just gave that cat a big contract though, but you still trade him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I think
It's
Bledsoe is.
pieces,
I think
he's
he's very good in the regular season, but he just do not step up.
What's the
in the playoffs?
Point guard name?
You know,
point guard name played for Charlotte.
Kemba Walker.
Kemba Walker. That's what we want. That's what I was
just seeing around the chicken.
I think that's
he willing to give the Hornets a home discount. We need.
He's saying that Kemba Walker trying to stay in. He's basically trying to stay.
He's saying he's trying to stay in there.
This is what we need to do.
We need to get Kemba
Who's the point guard for Boston? The second string.
Oh,
that was first string.
What was his name? Marcus? Was that Marcus?
Smart.
No,
I can't think of his name.
Dark skin dude.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
That's who we need playing point. We need to get rid of Bledsoe and pull him in.
No, we keep
no. Bledsoe's only a good athlete, dude.
Bledsoe
didn't even look comfortable playing.
Yeah, and Bledsoe
can give you points.
But this second year in a row now.
I understand that.
In playoffs, he ain't show up.
Nothing.
Second year in a row.
He showed up when Giannis was out. He showed up.
No,
as a contributing member on
just
that
one.
team.
He to me
regular
season.
Played,
but who cares about the regular season?
Dude,
I'm saying, trying to win championships,
I'm not saying not bring someone else in. I'm saying keep him because it's probably gonna be difficult to unload him.
No, I don't think it's gonna be as hard to unload him as you think. Is his contract kind of big, Bledsoe?
No,
I don't think he got a manageable. He has a manageable contract.
We need Terry Rozier. We need to get rid of Bledsoe and bring Terry Rozier as point guard. Yes, that's what we need. We need to go after Terry Rozier.
I want Kemba Walker.
Too small of a market.
No, you know what?
Yo, let me tell you something.
I'm gonna say this. I think with the winning potential, I don't think it's small market.
We're big as Golden State.
That's what I'm saying.
Same thing.
I'm thinking, but market wise, I don't think that really matters if you're winning.
Are you kidding me?
If you're winning,
dude.
For some people, like,
it's a springboard to a bigger market.
Yeah,
Milwaukee.
Some people
start with Lou Alcindor.
Milwaukee got a lot of looks because of the Bucks and the Brewers.
No, I think Anthony Davis said he wanted to come here.
Yes.
When did you say that?
Yeah, that was like
middle of the season. Middle of the season, they were talking about trading him. He said Milwaukee Bucks was one of the teams on his list that he wanted to come to.
We would have ran the whole board.
Oh my God! If he would have been here, it would have been.
Dude.
We would have had to get rid of Bledsoe.
We would have been like clear
ball to him.
So if I'm gonna get Anthony Davis, I don't care. Get rid of Bledsoe.
Shit, people.
Get rid of Lopez. Get rid of I like Lopez.
When Anthony Davis gets to LA,
yeah, he's going to LA. I think
the league is on a shutdown again. It's on notice again.
Yeah, the West is gonna be nasty.
I want him to go. I want him to go.
LeBron is gone. Do you understand them two alone?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm the one person that says Anthony Davis is better than KD. We just don't get a chance to see him because he's in his market. Remember this too.
You know what?
Wait.
You
Let
can't
me
compare.
finish. You can't
It's apples
no,
to
no,
oranges.
it's apples to oranges at all.
It's apples to oranges.
No. This is what you don't know. That Chicago kid is a point guard. He had to turn his back because he had a growth spurt. He's a point guard.
Anthony Davis?
Yeah, he had a growth spurt. That's
Yeah,
happened to him. He's a point guard. Now look, wait.
I'm listening. I'm just.
We don't watch him, but in the postseason, is he not scoring 33 to 36 points per game? He's averaging that.
But that's because he don't have nobody else.
God.
He don't have nobody else.
Hey,
Listen,
man,
if you
I'ma
took
tell you
Anthony
something,
Davis and pulled KD off of the Warriors and put him on the Warriors, they do the same thing. Am I wrong?
No. They'll have a more physical presence.
You don't know, bro. The dude's a scoring machine.
This is
Physical
absent
presence.
of because they both
got
score.
Boogie Cousins.
They both score. Boogie is not healthy.
Boogie's not healthy.
He wasn't healthy.
Boogie Cousins should never left New Orleans. He'd have been nasty, dog.
No. Remember what was happening? Boogie Cousins was holding Anthony Davis back.
Yeah, that's true.
And once he left, Anthony Davis was like 36, 38, 36.
Because really, he ain't got nobody else, though. Who else he got?
I mean, you can say that about Iverson.
No. No. Why you going that far back?
Well, we don't have to go back.
AI didn't really have nobody.
Did Charles Barkley have anybody?
Yeah,
Charles Barkley had a squad, though.
Yeah, especially when he went to Phoenix.
Yeah. When he went to
I'm
Phoenix,
talking about in
squad.
Philly. In
Philly, didn't he?
He didn't have a bad squad.
He didn't have a bad. I don't know. I can't remember the team back
The
then.
bottom line is when AD gets to Los Angeles, it's a shutdown.
But I remember
It ain't the rest of them be nasty. LeBron is closing that out. And whoever gets the point guard, and who else is there? Our Marquette guy from the Sixers.
Butler.
Butler is there.
He's in Philadelphia.
No, he got traded, didn't he? Let's fact check that.
I don't know. I'm
I
just
think
saying.
that Butler got traded to Los Angeles.
I just know. I
talking about today?
No,
Like 5 minutes ago? No.
I have not listened to.
I've been all over the sports wires.
I have to be honest. I have to be 100% honest, dog. Basketball ain't my thing. I'm a football guy through and through.
And can we go back to that?
And I know this, because listen. So like
basketball is your thing. You coach.
I did coach, but
that's everything.
That was out of necessity. That was not.
But you coach.
A love for it.
Well, you mean your passion?
My passion is football. So here's how I know I don't really care about basketball. So like the boys, you know what I'm saying? When they was at home, basketball seemed to be on TV all the time.
All the doggone time.
So when they all got to college, they was all when Izzy was the last one at home. Elijah and Tyree always used to listen to about watching basketball. When those two left, I realized like halfway through the season, at the end of the basketball season, I was like, I ain't watched a dang single game. I ain't watched one game, dog.
And was happy not.
It was fine, dog. Right. You know what I'm saying? So to me, basketball ain't my thing.
Now I pick up basketball after the Super Bowl.
And the
All-Star breaks. And that's to me, you catch it here and there. I used to be like heavy in the college basketball. I was a Syracuse fan. I was heavy into that, March Madness and everything.
How you get to be a Syracuse fan, dog?
You know what? I spent the summer in Syracuse.
Ooh, love is in the air.
And
got to be more careful.
But when I'm from you
from Mississippi?
I'm from Mississippi,
right. Mississippi. The great state of Mississippi. I'm gonna download that. So every time you say Mississippi, I'm gonna be like Mississippi.
So
that's coming, dog. That's coming.
I watched the '84 Super Bowl
Mississippi.
In Mississippi. So that's why I became a 49er fan. That's because of my uncle. So it's places, it's moments. It's moments. But yeah, by that time, what they had, Ronnie Cycli, Sherman.
I love Ronnie
Sherman Douglas.
Some Greek.
Owens, Coleman.
Yeah.
So that was like all.
That was a squad.
That was like the squad that I kind of rolled into.
Back when we called them a squad.
Yeah.
But can I say this?
That's it.
We can never. I remember back in the day going to restaurants to watch basketball games in Milwaukee, and they would purposely turn the restaurant into a hockey restaurant because they didn't want all the black people in the restaurant.
Okay.
So not often that you get a chance to hear as much about basketball, back within the last 5 years. I will have to say this. I'm so damn glad that the season is over with. I don't want to hear no more about these Negroes. And we literally have been watching basketball for a year. When LeBron, listen, when they lost, and LeBron, tell me if I'm not true. When they lost, LeBron moved to LA and the press never stopped. The drama went all the way into the season, then into the season, all the way through Christmas, then through the Christmas break, into the All-Star break. No. And then, dude, I have never in my life seen this much.
You was
basketball.
Searching that out.
Yeah, I watched it all.
Oh,
so by this time,
so you got tired of it.
I was sick of seeing all these niggas all the time. I'm with. Let me tell you something. I'm going to reiterate what Pitt said. It's time for some football, baby. Yeah, I'm basketball out.
Yeah.
We live dreams and injuries and cheating scandals and presidents arguing with basketball players and news people saying you just need to take your black ass and play basketball. And
hello, nigga. You getting the same shit from football.
Wait, no, that's not my point. I just meant the sport in general, not our people in the cars. The sport in general. It's time to flip up.
You can't separate the two.
Big pitch, what you saying?
I hear you.
But you can't. You
talking about? You going to talk
about football?
What's he talking about?
Because my thought process is this. I'm gonna say that.
And the war's out.
Like I said, I don't really watch basketball. I just told you that. And I don't really watch baseball. And the only reason I really follow is because they my hometown team.
Right. Baseball's dope. So we're on our way to a championship run right now.
Yeah.
But it's being overpowered.
We're in first place.
By KD. They call me Mr. Glass.
Oh, dog,
and his injury.
You can't call that man Glass, dog. Come on, dog.
This guy has one injury now, man.
One.
You gotta give some love.
Yes.
Yeah, two different ones. Yeah, two different. Yeah.
The Achilles is like,
two different ones.
It's like that's an injury.
Listen,
that's like you're out.
He had two different ones because first it was a calf,
right,
and then it was the Achilles.
But the truth of the matter was,
he came back, but he's out for the year.
He ain't even gonna play next year.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you what's crazy is you have never seen anybody come back from Achilles. That's why they call it the Achilles heel. That's why everyone's tripping in the first night. The first day when you saw everyone talking about
football players,
who came back from a blown out Achilles? He had a blown out Achilles. He had a sneak surgery right after the game. When your Achilles is blown, it's blown. You can come back and try to play. It ain't never even halfway the same. And they always get hurt again. Name one player that's come back from an Achilles.
Crabtree.
Even in football.
Crabtree.
Where's he at now?
Michael Crabtree.
Where's he playing? I think with
he blew out his Achilles. He blew it out.
He blew out when he was with the
49ers.
He blew it out.
Yeah. He went to 49ers.
And then he went to the Raiders.
He was with the 49ers. He went to the Raiders. Then he went to someplace else. And now he went with Baltimore. Dude was there. I think there's
after he left the Raiders, he went.
Most people don't make it back,
dude. You got to look.
He estimated a minimum of $90 million he lost this year, and they're still going to give him a max. They're still going to give him a max contract.
He's still going to get a max contract.
Yeah, because the only thing he do
is retire like an old battleship.
Because guess what?
He's done.
He's a shooting machine.
I
would have never had. I would have never had.
He ain't gonna play the same anymore.
Trying to back down. Like, look, I just need you to shoot.
He was above the 3-point line.
Dude, this is what everybody.
Oh no, you know what?
Well, come on, man.
How you gonna say, hold on?
The real deal is this. Everyone keeps on saying. Here's what everyone's hiding. He blew out his Achilles and it messed him up.
Right.
But no one ever said, they kept on saying we trust the doctors and we listen to the doctors, but no one ever said, when it comes to football, and somebody said, Marlon, if you get hurt, you say, no, I'm going back in. No, you're hurt. I'm going the hell back in. What happens?
Sometimes you get to go back in.
Yeah, they let you go, but they let him go. We can't stop.
My dog blew out his Achilles tendon. What you talking about?
But listen to what I'm saying. Do you think he was ready or he was saying, I want to go play?
It don't matter.
I think
it does matter.
I think he wants to play.
So why is no one saying that? They keep blaming it on the doctor.
But
in his
no, I
relationship with
don't
Sasha.
think you
First of all, I didn't hear
listening.
that. I didn't hear that.
These
I
are
didn't hear
people
that,
just
but-
talking shit. This is
No,
not
the doctor got
factual.
on there and cried.
Yeah,
So-
no, that was a general manager.
Yeah, or the general manager. But, you
Yeah.
know, he signs everything off.
But I still think that
Because
came.
he already knew, like, we lost.
No, I wasn't that. Never does a general manager get on there and start
Yo,
trying to make
listen.
decisions for the medical team.
First of all,
Have you ever seen that?
hold on.
No.
This is what everybody is.
No one's ever seen that.
Regardless
And when he
of,
cried, I never saw a
regardless of,
tear.
because I don't think no one has the power to force KD to play.
Nobody,
So
nobody said they forced.
I believe that he wanted to play. If I was KD, I would want to play.
He wanted to play because
Everybody
Everybody
saying-
wants to play. Say
No,
the
no,
truth.
I
You
would.
made them
I
let him
would.
play.
No, I would play. Let
Okay.
me. Yeah.
There it
I
is.
think
If
he
I was
okay.
KD and if
think he was
it
okay.
was truly a calf strain, I would play. I would work on my jump shot. I wouldn't try to back no one down.
Dude, he scored like
But-
11 points in like 10 minutes, didn't he?
Yeah, he was going off.
But the problem is no one is really addressing the true cause.
And which is what?
Which is what? You talking
This
some hocus pocus.
motherfucking Nike shoes. Did you see this motherfucking
All right,
He
Nike
was
shoes?
trying to bend
Bro,
over.
That motherfucking
Yeah.
Nike shoes folded like a
Did you see
motherfucking.
that?
Dude,
That's
dude, it was.
that is
Look.
the truth. They look like Zion shoes.
That's what I'm saying.
That is the truth.
Nike.
I saw
Hey.
that too. No one said that.
Hey, this here
Nike
breaking
paid some people
news.
to look Nike paid. Because I saw that shoe, I was
Dude,
like,
I was
what
like, dog,
shoe?
them shoes
The
are
first thing I said,
trash.
That's what I said.
No,
They
you
said
saw that
Curry
shoe?
I said, and they said Curry shoes was black. Look at them black raggedy
Dude.
shoes they got on.
I ain't
I
never
see
seen.
it.
Look,
Yeah, the
I
shoes
done
is
seen.
wet.
I done seen two major incidents
The shoes was horrible.
on some shoes
Zion.
by Nike. Under Armour, I ain't seen shit.
Yeah. Oh, you mean what's the name? Shoes messed him up too, and it was all bent up like elf shoes, dog. Yeah, they
Shit.
messed him up too.
Who?
Curry.
Oh,
When he got injured.
Don't Curry got like a Chinese?
no, he got
No.
It's Under Armour.
He's on
Remember, he had to get some new shoes. Them ones was bent over and all blue. They look like some midget wrestling
Listen,
shoes.
man,
Excuse me, little people wrestling.
I
shoes.
love Nike. I do. But goddamn.
All right.
I think they worse than
No, what you're supposed to do is switch
these
out those shoes
white
every
women
game.
calling people calling the popos.
But the
on
shoes
black
he had
folks.
on didn't look new.
Oh my
They didn't
damn.
look new though, did they?
What?
The shoes he had on weren't new. They
Dude,
didn't
they
look
were
new.
probably brand ass new, but they
They didn't look
defective.
brand new.
Okay.
I'm
They
saying they
didn't look new.
defective.
They did not look new. They looked like he had been wearing.
Can you turn that off?
What's that?
That little screen where it says you hold and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Bills Podcast 262-649-8855.
No,
The
you can't call
you can't
BillsPodcast.com.
call right now.
Bills
You can't
Podcast
call right
at
now. You can't call right now. But you
YouTube.
can email. You
But
can
you
email
can
us.
text in live.
You can email us.
Let me share.
So,
Said I was
okay,
gonna
so
do a
we've
better
been talking about that for 25 minutes
Let's
now.
talk about that football.
Let's talk about something else. What are we going to talk about next?
job.
What you got, Mr. Wendell Scott? You got something for this week?
You know what? I'm really pressing on this net neutrality thing, and I don't think we understand the reason why I talk
We
about
don't.
net neutrality is this. The number one buyers of electronics, games, etc., and all the bullshit are who in the United States?
Black people.
Black people. Right? Net neutrality works like this. Back in the day, the internet was kind of open and it cost nothing but a small amount of money to get on Gateway or whatever, and you could go and surf the internet, right? The faster the computer, the better connection, the better the experience was. So now the people who own the gateways have gotten smart, and they say we can toggle or slow down your internet usage the way we want to. For example, if I'm Google and I'm friends with YouTube, which they are, even when you have bad internet connection, YouTube always works great. You ever notice that now? The one thing that always works is YouTube.
So what you trying to get to? I guess is
So slow down.
no, we can't slow down. We gotta.
Well,
Hold
slow
on,
down
hold
means
on,
relax
time
a
out.
little bit.
Can you scoot a little way? You fucking up my shot. A little bit more.
Actually, you should have told me to go that way. But anyway, go ahead.
But anyway,
'Cause if you look
long
at
story short,
Hold on,
If
I
they
ain't saying
don't-
continue.
okay, go
Oh
ahead.
my damn dog! Shut the hell up. Let's just go ahead and finish up.
So now net neutrality says, me as a gateway, if I don't like this vendor, and let's say you're looking at Amazon, if I don't like Amazon, I can slow down your internet so you can't watch it. It's a problem so that you can get on it. and that was passed with a black FCC director, so they control your internet and the usage and where did you go to. The funny thing is that I hear no black people signing it, talking about it. They're literally controlling your life. It'll end up like China. It'll end up like Russia and everywhere else where they control the internet. But we're not saying anything.
So what are we supposed to do? If I'm just being real. If Congress passed the law
right now, Congress is pushing law through to change.
What are we supposed to do?
Net neutrality.
What are we supposed to do?
But what you're supposed to do is look up and sign any forms that are against it. Sign the list. Contact your local government. Contact your state senator. You don't want people controlling your internet use.
Can you share that on the
yes, a link.
On the Bill podcast?
Yes, we'll put a link on there so that you can sign net neutrality.
No, because I'm with it, because I understand what you're talking about. But I just, you know what? As black people, we got so many more problems than net neutrality. And it's a real thing, but a lot of black people don't even know what the hell it is.
Let me tell you why we don't have more problems, because this is where we're concentrating our mind the most. If you look
at we don't have more problems. We got a lot more problems.
No, listen. You're not listening. You're watching your phone.
No, you just said. You just said.
You're not listening.
Did you hear what he just said?
Yeah, I heard.
Let me repeat myself. Let me repeat myself without changing it.
I was gonna let him finish. I was gonna let him finish before I whipped that ass.
That's his problem. He wasn't gonna let me finish.
You heard what he said, right?
He was trying to save your ass.
I was trying to save you.
No, you're not saving shit. Let me repeat myself.
Okay, go ahead.
We don't have much more important problems when black people are spending all their time on the net watching Facebook.
We have a lot more.
Wait. Are you hearing what I'm saying?
More the problem is why are we on the phone so damn much?
Yeah,
that would be more of the question.
Well, listen. Now that they have you on there so much, the question
they don't have me on there.
Wait. Don't do that. I'm just repeating what you just said. It's called a mirror, bro.
Hold on.
No. Why are we on the phone so much? Why are we on the phone?
Why are we?
Right.
And then you said they got you, and I'm telling you, I'm not on the phone as much.
Listen.
I'm not on the phone as much.
That's what I'm saying. When I say
I listen to music.
Currently we're on the phone that much doing what? Black people are on the phone, staying mostly on Facebook or on some type of social media.
And my question is,
hold on, but this is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. The reason why I say that the problem isn't why, it's one of the problems, but the most important thing is that now they're controlling where you go. So now as you are zoned out, now they're telling you to go here. Now they're telling you to do this.
Yeah.
We've gotten so far past why. Why is easy. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to shake your hand. I don't have to introduce myself. I don't have to look you in the face. I don't have to let you know that my life is really shit, even though every picture I take makes it seem like I live in Dubai.
Exactly. Because that's why, going back to my original point, I understand about net neutrality and the fuckery or the advertising that is going to guide you to businesses that control.
And they're taking the blue pill because they don't know they're locked in.
Exactly. And that's all these. Listen, man.
How can we escape the matrix to come back out here to fight the real problems that are happening in everyday life?
Tired of the red pill. The red pill. We got too many more goddamn problems. Blue pills, like, okay, I'll swallow
you
that.
And I just had a conversation about what role a man plays in a marriage.
Yes.
And the key term was responsibility. Keep taking the red pill because that's
the key term
is to keep taking the red pill so you can have your responsibility taken care of. Keep taking
the key term.
We're sick of it.
You said responsibility. I was saying the key term is management.
We don't have to get that. The whole point that I'm making.
Okay.
The point that I'm making is
what?
You can't be sick of it. Well, I don't want to do it that way because that's the right way. Slipping into virtual reality is not the right way, and that's where we're at.
I agree with you.
I hear what you're saying.
We all agree. But
I hear what you're saying.
I just think different point of view.
Because you said your question was how come we as black people ain't worried about this? Right. And I go back to what he was saying.
Yeah.
We ain't worried about that because there's so much other stuff we worried about.
Right. And where I fit in, I said that's not true. But the thing is, where they got your mind at. Because let's say
I'm just saying. Hold on a second.
Let me put it like this.
How is it not true that we got other stuff we got worried about?
Right.
Did you hear what I just said?
You said it's not true.
No, I said that's not true. That's not true, meaning that it's a double negative, meaning that
negative, so it's a positive.
it's a positive. It means I agree with you.
Okay.
I'm saying I agree with that.
Uh-huh.
But the problem is, where's your mindset? It's being sucked into what we do every day. It gets sucked into social media.
And I think
and that's what we use to escape this.
Certain people, because I know
People.
I know there's a lot of people who don't really do a whole lot of social media stuff.
But the majority of us are.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
but
do.
The majority of
because they want to escape their reality.
You understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
When I say
And people,
that's where they have us mentally.
But the
As an
fuckers,
aggregate.
the fuckers that is pushing this net neutrality, they know that. They know that the mind control is right here on your phone.
And we're not moving.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't.
But at the end of the day,
we're not moving.
But at the end of the day, that mind control, it gotta be attractive. Now, listen,
dude. If you know it, why don't you stop it? If I know
because you don't want to. At the end of the day, look, the problem.
So look how many people that pulls away. Okay, so go back to what Martin said from the beginning. The most important point. It really was the most important point. There are other things more important. If I can't pull your mindset out of this, how do I get you to come over here and take care of this?
Who? That's the answer to the question. You like, if I cannot, who? Who is the person like you're trying to? Are you God? Are you trying to pull them out of it? Like, are you trying to pull? No.
In theory, let me answer so you don't go deep into somewhere I didn't go. But in theory, who pulls you out? How do you get out?
Yourself out.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
You got to awaken yourself.
Let me break it down because he doesn't understand. What I said was the most important thing that you said. There's more important things out there to worry about than what you're doing. What you're doing as far as social network and where your mind is at. I'm saying statistics show that you are definitely spending all your time in social media.
Hold on a second. Because I can't say to you, because you keep saying you. So I'm thinking me personally.
Oh, no.
Because for me,
listen.
you're saying you as a group.
Yes.
Okay.
Us.
Because
you is the reference of black people.
We're outside the bubble looking down.
Can I say that?
Yes.
When you say you, you're referencing
black
people.
Because to me, when you keep saying that, I keep saying
this
fool is monolith. He got to stick it back in there once in a while.
What I mean is this: as we speak about this, I say this
on second base.
As we speak about this is planet Earth. We're outside the bubble talking about it.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm explaining it, not you as a person.
Right.
I'm saying outside the bubble. When it comes to a culture that spends all their time and money is spent on social media.
Right.
Even though we have bigger problems to deal with, our self-medication is this.
Are we? I guess my question would be statistically, how do we know that black people are the ones who are social media the most?
That completely, if you just Google that, it's everywhere.
Well, I think
it's under every study. We're the ones who buy the most electronics.
I mean, that stuff I understand, but I'm talking about social media.
Yeah, per capita. We know there's more white people than black people, but per capita, more of our culture are on it than.
And it's so crazy because when you look at the other factors that we're highly incarcerated, we're poor. It's kind of crazy that we are the drivers of this machine of electronics, of apparel, but then we're still
and they're steering you right
driving the machine of incarceration and other discriminatory practices. It's kind of crazy, man.
And we spend more time making memes and tomfoolery on the internet than we do with those most important. Not because, but remember.
No, it is because.
Now here's the problem. This is why I say the most important thing is pulling us out of it, because mentally this is where we're at. This is where we run to as a culture.
So what's your solution?
I'm gonna go back to that. So what are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
Number one, I think black people need to leave Facebook alone. Number one, foremost.
Wow.
I agree with that because Facebook, Omar says, say no to drugs, people.
Right.
I gotta say,
say no to men, Omar.
I I gotta say,
I'm sorry, men's.
I gotta say, when it comes to Facebook, we do gotta be careful because they're taking our information and distributing it every which way
For free. And
Yeah.
we're doing nothing about it.
So for me,
Nothing.
I am on Facebook now,
net neutrality.
but I don't really do Facebook like that as much. If you look at my Facebook page is questions, and I'm starting to do more of the political side of things. Show people all different kinds of stuff, what's going on
Here's
in
a
the
good
world.
segue into what you want to talk to about. It doesn't make a difference, ladies and gentlemen. Once you put your name, your hobbies, your family, your face, your voice, now they have a dossier on you.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
Now, what they can do with that dossier and that face and that voice recognition or the facial recognition, let's talk about that. Because one of the things that you wanted to talk about this week was what?
Let's see. That was a million things.
The AI situation.
Oh, deep fake. Yeah, that was crazy, man. I've been seeing that. So deep fake is they have the ability to edit a video. So they can take whatever you're talking about right now, make you look like Barack Obama sitting in the White House and make it as if in the visual effects, if you ain't really checking too hard, you'll believe that's the real thing.
Like,
so it's called deep fake.
President Trump tweeted a video of Hillary Clinton acting like she had gas and she was sick, and it wasn't her. It was a fake tweet, and he tweeted it to the rest of the world.
But deep fakes are videos.
Yeah, it was a video.
Oh, okay.
It was a deep fake video.
Okay.
That's what made it become popular because he tweeted that out, and then NPR picked it up.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing it a lot on TV. They've been talking about it, and
they use it in Japan. They use it in Russia.
They use it right here in the United States.
So I'm gonna ask this question: what does that have to do with us as black folks? Because we gotta remember the podcast about us as black folks. I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna always go back to that question.
So it's
so
really
what's
really
that got to do with us as black
tying
folks?
into really net neutrality. Because
so what is black folks supposed to do, or how does it affect us?
First thing,
I'm gonna tie it together. No. Let me look. So when you think about deep fakes, because if you have, it's like President Trump can say something crazy and it's not gonna go viral because we already know shit. But we already know every day he's gonna say something off the wall. But what if Barack Obama says something just as inflammatory, right? What if he goes out and he's like, yeah, I like to shit on black folks because that's my white side, because I'm mixed. What if he,
I mean, you saying what if? I'm saying,
what
if somebody creates a fake video?
But this is what I'm saying. But
you saying what if? I'm talking about reality. What do we
but this is
right
reality.
Now? What do we need to know right now as black folks with this?
I'll tell you what you need to know right now as black people.
I know what you're trying to say. You just trying to say get on Facebook. But let's be realistic.
No. We got to
be realistic.
Well, the ability, because we know that as a voting bloc change, that we were targeted and affected by the election by Russia.
And that's not true. It's more white people who are targeted and affected than us.
They target. This is from the research, but not the research. From what I know.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Okay. I'm telling you.
But the people listening don't.
They targeted more white people than they targeted us.
But they targeted us.
They targeted white people more than they targeted
there
us.
There is a deficit
of
black.
Trump to win.
Right.
You got to remember, if you want Trump to win, you got to do things to support.
But you got to do two things.
But they
you got to increase the support, and you got to decrease those that.
Because right now I can tell you talking out your ass because you don't know what you're talking. But I'm telling you, for 100%, they did not target us as black folks. They target white folks. They target the rural white folks. They target white folks who could believe that Mexicans is gonna kill them. They targeted white folks
They targeted black folks just as well as they targeted
They
white
did.
folks.
Yeah,
But
wait, what are you saying? How?
but the research said that
What
you
research?
go
What research?
on
You have a
CNN,
computer right there.
listen.
Fact check yourself. We're not gonna.
I saw
You gotta bring that
episodes running on
You gotta bring that
MSNBC.
up.
I saw it. I shared it on Facebook. I can definitely bring
That's
it up. But check it. They targeted black folks.
They
The
certainly
Russian
did.
target
They certainly did.
black folks. That affects the election outcome. The result that black folks did not show up.
The truth is,
in
they
the last
targeted black
election
folks. They targeted
versus-
gays, but they especially targeted the people that was a core of Trump's audience, and they targeted the world.
Absolutely.
Coal miner.
Absolutely.
They
I'm
targeted
saying
black
that,
folks.
okay, but what I'm saying, I'm not saying that they did not target these people, because if from a strategic
They did target black
from
people.
a strategic point, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna target all sides and deliver misinformation. You're gonna scare the white folks, so then they coalesce or convalesce around Trump and his shit. But then you also gonna target other groups that's not in support of Trump to dissuade them from showing up, even if they're saying that Hillary got this shit in the bag, which clearly she did. So from a strategic point, I understand that, but I'm saying from me watching MSNBC and CNN, I've seen
No,
where
you're right.
they have,
You're right. Let
and
me say this.
Facebook,
New
where
York
they're
Times.
saying that they targeted
Picture wrong.
black people.
Picture 100% wrong.
What?
Russian. This is New York Times. Russia 2016 influence operation targeted African Americans in social media, and I know because I've said it on
What
the
did
show.
you type in?
Just go to New York Times.
No, what did you type in to get that to come up?
Russians targeting African Americans in 2016.
Okay, so you gotta right target white people. Target.
But I'm not saying, no.
Wait.
What's
Let
the point?
me say that again. Let me say that again.
You should type in who did Russia's target. Don't just put in target African Americans, because of course it's gonna come up as an article targeted, because it's gonna talk about African Americans. We're gonna talk about
That's
how
what we're talking about.
But
We're
But
talking
I'm saying, I'm saying they just didn't target us.
I'm
They
not
targeted-
saying we agree. We
They
agree.
targeted white people more than they targeted.
What you
Okay.
said was they did
But-
not target us. Quote,
I'm saying
unquote.
no. Okay, I'm sorry. They targeted white people more than they targeted us.
That's not my argument.
Listen, the whole
I'm saying from the articles and everything that came out, they said the Russians targeted black folks. I'm trying to tie it into net neutrality and deep fakes of how they are convincing people.
And
Now they can do the same shit. They do the same shit for white folks.
And I'm gonna ask this again, continue to ask this, because to me, this
What
is all
does it
great.
mean
This is
because
all
you're
great.
black?
But what does it mean for us as black folks right here, right now?
Look-
Because all this technical stuff is great. But if we have somebody who comes on YouTube, pick it up right now, and they start hearing about net neutrality, they start hearing about these deep fakes, and we don't understand, and we're not explaining what does this mean for us right now, it don't matter.
So let me explain it.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
I disagree
And
with
earlier,
that.
this is what happened last time. You kept disagreeing. You would let me explain. When I said let me explain that.
I'm
So a
being
couple
quiet,
years
so
ago,
you can't.
Bill Maher. You guys watch Bill Maher?
Yeah, I don't like
Bill Maher.
But anyway.
Anyway, I don't watch Bill Maher either. He should have never said what he said.
Yeah, I don't like
Real
that
talk.
either.
I don't watch him. That's when I stopped watching.
I get t-shirts.
But a couple years ago, Bill Maher had a guest on there from the CIA, the ex-CIA director, and they were talking about the whole thing with watching Americans and the Eric Snowden case. And here's the statement the CIA director says: "You know, when I bring up that Americans need to be careful about the information that they give out and who they're giving it to and how it gets moved around and who's buying it and selling it. And the first thing we say is, well, I've done nothing wrong. What do I have to worry about?" And this is what he said, the CIA ex-director said. He said, that's what we need. It's okay until we use your profile to whatever we need to be. That's
Now,
what he said. Now, as
understand
African Americans, of all the cultures, whose profile is getting used first?
and I understand that, but I'm just saying, so what do you have to tell people today, right now, how to protect themselves and how to help this all
Yeah,
out?
Number one,
Because we spend a lot of times,
Yes,
we
you're
spend a lot of time
100% talking about how.
about what's going on, but how.
I'll tell you this.
Again, if people just looking.
That's perfect. Number one, get rid of your Facebook. And I'm going to tell you why. Facebook started out giving Okay, you disagree.
See, but here's it. But here's
ask me my plan.
No. I hear
Ask
you.
me a plan. I have.
I'm hearing you, but I just want you to know that's the attitude that you're dealing with. People. I'm just saying.
I
hear
love you,
what
but I
you're
can care
saying.
less. Everybody ain't gonna make it.
I hear you.
Everybody ain't gonna make it.
I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying. But just understand that's the
get
attitude.
rid of Facebook. Now, here's the average attitude with that. Hell, it's already there. You damn right. Your footprint's there. Your carbon footprint's there. Your digital footprint's there. You can't get around it. But you could stop because they're giving this stuff out like left and right. And you don't give a damn.
Okay.
Example: Facebook came to Barack Obama when he started running for president and said, "Here's all our private information. We want you to have it."
Who?
Facebook went to Barack Obama's.
No. How they do that? Because they just was on trial with the Congress talking about that they were giving everybody information out. How would you mean they give it to Barack Obama? They just was with Congress talking about what?
Let me say it one more time.
I'm saying I hear what you're saying. I hear you saying it.
Facebook went to Barack Obama's.
No.
Can I finish?
I don't agree with you.
Okay, before you look it up and you apologize on air in front of the world. Facebook went to Barack Obama's camp when he was running and said, "Here's our info. We like what you're doing. We can help."
Here's the thing.
They said that in
Hold on a second.
Now you bring that
up. Here's the thing.
I know exactly what you're gonna say. That's not on me.
What am I saying?
I just heard them say they weren't doing it.
No, that's not what I'm gonna say.
What?
I'm gonna say they use those demographics for everybody. The demographics of people who they click on, they use it for everybody. So all the information that is gathered, all the stuff that we click on, they use that information for everybody. They give it to Hillary Clinton. They give it to Barack Obama. They give it to Donald Trump because they use that to now know who they need to go after, because this person is more the Democrat, this person more the Republican.
So
every
when
time
you ask
vote,
a question, that's perfect.
Every time you vote.
When you ask a question, how does it help Black people? You just turned around and you gold stamped it. Well, your ass should not be on there.
But
I'm not saying anymore because you gold stamped it.
I hear you, but I'm just saying all the information we put out there in social media is now being used for information about who we are as an individual.
And you're being
because
of net neutrality. They're taking this highway and turning it into a one-lane highway. And they're saying go over here.
But if you're smart, because here's the thing.
If you're smart, you heard what he said?
Here's the thing.
If you're smart.
Here's the thing, because you can go on Amazon, and I've done this. I've gone on Amazon and I look up something, right? I was looking for this hat. Okay, I was looking for this hat on Amazon. Facebook now has ads, right? I click on Amazon, look at this hat, start looking for this hat. I go on Facebook, open it up.
And everything you just looked at on Amazon
is now over here on Facebook. So the information that you got is all connected. And the other thing people don't understand is all these companies are buying into Facebook. They buy into Facebook.
They're buying data. They're not buying into Facebook. They're buying data. They sell your information.
But they're buying into Facebook.
It's digital slavery.
Hold on a second. They're buying into Facebook. So when I buy into Facebook, I have %, but you're going to give me that information because I buy into Facebook.
And some of the people were getting it for free, like Columbia. What's the name of the company that had the dossier on Trump? It was something Columbia.
But really, they're not getting it for free. I'm telling you, they buy into Facebook.
No, they didn't buy into Facebook. They said they were setting ads up.
This is very well known. They're buying into Facebook.
That's what it's called.
They're buying into it because now they're part of Facebook and they can get that information. Where if you're outside,
whereas they use that information to grab and pull it out on their own,
and then they grab.
We didn't know they were doing it.
Yes, that
we didn't know they were doing
Facebook knew that they were doing it. That's the reason they got in trouble. So
when I say the first thing to do is let it go, you can't say get out my business. You're always in my business, but you'll give it to Facebook willingly. But know that you.
Here's the other problem.
That's why we can't get to those bigger problems.
Here's the other problem, though. If you really want to go deep in this, so those terms of use that you always just click by, if you read that, that's where it tells you all the stuff that's going on.
Exactly.
So they're saying, we got your information, we're going to use it over here.
Right.
But nobody looks at all that stuff because it's all that legal little, first of all, little font stuff and legal stuff. But if you read that stuff, it's going here. So, yeah. You see what I'm saying? But I do have, I'm going to show you this. And you can look at this rocket. Demographics from the Pew Research Center. This was done in April 12th. Oh, no. It's a fact sheet because I just pulled it up. It has today's date on it. But this is, you see what that says?
What?
Who uses social media by race, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's the green line right there. Hispanic, 70%. White, 73%. What'd that say?
Black, 69%. What
So
about
who-
African American?
So who uses social media most?
The black and brown people.
No,
And that's not even per
according
capita.
to this, is white people.
Because they say it's more white people than black.
No, this is all percentage.
NBA.
This is
Get
all
'em.
percentages.
Get them.
I understand what you're saying.
You have
Per
to take
capita.
statistics.
I took statistics. I'm taking statistics now.
You're brilliant.
Yeah.
No, I had.
And this is
So you understand it's
this
per
is-
capita.
This is from February 7th, 2019. 69%.
Well,
Our 69%. Think of I get what. Okay.
I understand 100%.
Well,
Let the
but-
people understand.
but-
You can't just drop the numbers and make it seem like.
Oh no. So what we're saying is, if you take 100, if we take 100%, say 100 white people, right? 100 black people. Out of those 100, 69%, 69 of those is what's going to be used in social media. Now this is just social media, and here's the and this is the Pew Research. A lot of people use this. It says, as Americans, we have adopted social media. Social media user base has also grown, more representatives and broader population. Young adults were amongst the earliest social media adopters. I'm just trying to get you to understand what they're looking at. But usage by older adults have increased in recent years. So basically what they're doing is they just went and said, who's using the internet? So right here, 69% of black folks. So out of 100, 69 of them going to be using it. Out of and really, realistically, it's so close it don't matter. Out of Hispanics, 70%.
So the question is using the internet
and
or
out of white,
social
it's
media? Which one is
73%.
it? Using the internet?
Social media.
So they're saying that.
Social media. Strictly social media.
Now, so from an untrained eye, I say this. If you look at it per this many whites, this many blacks, this many Hispanics, those are just whole numbers. If you look at it per capita and you break it down per culture, we have the poorest, and we're using them more than anyone else. The brown people
We're
are next
using it
to it.
as the same consistency as everybody else.
Realistically, that's what I'm about to say.
We're-
It's more as everybody's
We-
usually about to say.
I mean, if we was not, if we weren't being held back and then
Right, that's where I'm at.
discriminated,
Those are those bigger
we
problems.
we would probably exceed this shit.
Those are those bigger problems.
Those are those bigger problems.
and really,
And our reading rates are down, but our FaceTime rates are up.
and
Well, I mean,
here's
if
the
you're
thing.
on Facebook, they got articles.
And here it is right
My
here.
reading rates-
YouTube and Facebook are most
Really?
widely used online platforms.
What'd you say?
YouTube and Facebook are the most widely used online platforms. And
Following me.
it's not even close.
Right.
Stop
It's not
following
even
me.
close. It's not even close.
So,
What you call it? Facebook is 69%, and where's YouTube? Oh man, YouTube is at 73%.
Yeah, it'll kill Facebook. Because
But then everything else, 37%, 28%.
it's hard to get in that market.
24%. So here's the thing. Okay, so I listened to this lady. Her name is Karen Hunter. She's on Sirius XM Urban View. Urban View has all black politics, and this is not just political, just information about black stuff all the time. And she does something which I think is ingenious. She calls it Tech Tuesday. Because you just said we ain't into that shit, right?
What?
Into like Facebook and social and all the social
Yeah, we
media.
are.
I'm just saying. She calls it Tech Tuesday. And what she does is she tried to bring in people who's in the tech world for us to understand that we need to be more in the tech space.
Yeah.
Because the tech space is starting to take over, but black people aren't getting involved. in it. I mean, I should have started. It's late, but even more and more. Because now the new thing is, and I'm gonna just tell you this from my perspective, because I know this for 100%, The next big wave is going to be AI or automation. Artificial intelligence.
That's a big wave now.
Artificial intelligence is a big thing, and we already know that.
Artificial intelligence is your phone telling you you're probably headed home. You have a 10-minute.
Yes,
that's artificial intelligence,
and that's the new
artificial
big wave.
Intelligence in its rawest form.
I'm gonna tell you.
I click on this website and show me all the shirt I was looking at in the last hour.
Automation is the next big thing.
Even though it may be annoying, this is probably going to be the best thing for Alzheimer and dementia people.
Dude, they're creating robots for you now.
Yeah,
everyone has a personal assistant. That's how you have Siri.
That's
how you have Alexa. That's how you have.
So my go-to favorite presidential candidate, Andrew Yang, he talks about AI and automation taking over.
So Andrew Yang got ate up on that.
No, I'm saying what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's the only one that's talking about it.
Because it's in play in all the Asian countries.
All I'm saying is we as black folks got to start getting into this.
Yeah,
we have.
How would you get into it?
Because it's coming.
Get into it.
It's coming.
You got AI is not helping.
You got to get into coding. Coding is the big thing. If you can code, you can do whatever. I'm just telling you right now. And this is
black people are not going to code. You know why? This is why. I've had more people than I tell you need to start coding. Well, how do I do it? Here's a website. You start from nothing. And this is what I say. Do an hour a day. Give it to your kids an hour a day.
Yes.
I know people that know the formula will not do it.
Okay, so
do it.
So here's the thing. So for me, and I'm an engineer.
Right.
Okay. I'm an engineer. I'm in class like 2 semesters ago. You know, we're in class. All of us are engineers, mechanical engineer, design engineer, electrical engineers. We're talking about this. Do you know there's a new engineering thing called mechatronics? Mechatronics is
that's those kids with the little robots.
Is to a certain extent, yes. It's mechanical engineer crossed with electrical engineering. They're bringing them together, and you are going to be an engineer for automation.
Yep.
And I can get that degree. People don't know about it because I start asking people, "Have you heard about this?" People are like, no. Dog, that is the next big wave, and it's already here. It's already here.
All you have to do is think about big waves. America, if you want to understand the next big wave, is this: whatever it takes to put you into slavery is the next big wave.
Well, yeah.
Well,
it's just that simple.
Well, we don't have to be in slavery.
No, you don't.
We get ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying?
We built the robots. We built the schemes.
I just took an online thing called for SQL. You know what SQL is? SQL. Okay, so I just took a basic. For $15. $15. It was probably a 10-hour course on SQL.
Right.
I know how to run SQL right now.
You know how to write it?
I know how to write SQL right now. In 10 hours.
Now this is what you wanted to do.
Now this is the basic. You know what I'm saying? This is basic.
There you go.
But I knew I had to do this. My job is now saying, oh, great, that you can do this now. You can do this more. You know what I'm saying? That makes me more valuable. You know, people, you gotta start thinking outside things. So now I'm looking on there, and this is called Udemy. Udemy is the name of the website. Udemy.
Udacity?
No, Udemy. Hold on a second.
You sure it's not Udacity? That's a tech website where you can take classes.
Hold on a second. Udemy. 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 Is that how you say that?
No. Well, yes, Udemy.
Udemy. Udemy.
Right.
You go on there, they have classes for everything. Coding is one of those classes. You don't have to pay more than $20. And once you do one class, they continue. Like you saw, look at all these emails I got on here. Look at all these emails just from I can even. I got probably, I got pages and pages of emails from these cats. You know what I'm saying? All just from them. Once you do one program, they're gonna start sending you emails, and you can get cheaper programs. So next thing is gonna be coding. Coding is I can do a coding class. $12, dog.
Dude, on your computer. As a recruiter, I used to watch coders who literally, I have friends who sit on their couch with their hat turned backwards, and they might get up and have to put on some clothes, the same clothes they wear all the time, into
A
like the
virtual
hospital and plug in
or a virtual
and do what they're
meeting.
supposed to do, and then go home and go back to playing video games again.
Yes.
Because they spent that time putting in the time to learn the language. It's just a second language.
So I'm just saying it's there. It's there. And it's cheap.
Right.
That's the crazy thing. And this course that I took for SQL is basically just a database. It's a database software. Okay, I'm just explaining. It's a database software. Yeah. So you can look at all different ways that you can align your database.
I know what it is, but I don't understand it.
But it's really not hard.
FileMaker Pro is Apple's version.
Microsoft, I use as work we use Microsoft SQL.
Yeah, that's good.
SQL Server. Literally $20 out of my pocket. I took it out of my pocket, did it. Now I got more stuff I can do at work.
Right.
Which is gonna give me a promotion, you know what I'm saying, or more money, because now I know how to do this, you know what I'm saying? But again, like you said, coding. If people want to know the basics, coding is where you go. Coding. You can't say that no more.
You can go Code Academy. It's a free course.
Yeah.
You sign up. They don't charge you anything. There's an array of what you can learn as far as the coding, and you do an hour a day. If you don't do it, at least make your kids do it.
Yeah. And
if they don't do anything, you say, you about to work on this an hour a day, no matter what.
Yeah. Then you about to be coding.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah.
And they're gonna hate you at first.
Yeah,
but guess what?
They're gonna have jobs when it comes down to it.
Right.
Because here's the other thing is,
Yeah, I don't ever think your kids should hate and love you at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Good negotiations.
No. I had this conversation, so I need to ask y'all. Y'all eat mustard?
Yeah.
Well, hot dogs. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
On my turkey
Mustard
sandwiches, man, I love them on my Philly chicken cheesesteak.
So here's the conversation I had. So I'm with these white people, right? Some white people from where I go to church, right? We're talking about mustard. I'm like, you don't need to take that much mustard there.
I don't need ketchup.
I was like, a lot of black people don't eat mustard. A lot of black people don't eat mustard, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
So no.
You might know some. I'm not gonna disagree with them. I would.
So then we go. So we work. So we're doing this work because we're going to the homeless shelter, right? We go to the homeless shelter. It's all black dudes out there. What's on the shelf in plethoras? There's probably 20 bottles of mustard on the shelf. The lady started laughing. She's like, "Okay, I see what you're talking about." Growing up in my house, I don't think we use mustard. We had it because if somebody else wanted to use it, but nobody in our house used mustard.
Really?
Mustard is not
mustard.
Mustard.
Yeah.
Your wife use mustard?
You know what?
Your kids eat mustard?
My kids probably eat mustard because of me.
Because of you, though.
Yeah. I don't think my wife only on corn dogs.
Yeah, I don't eat mustard.
If I had to say.
Yeah. And again, I'm not saying all black people.
Yeah.
But majority black people I know.
But you know what?
They ain't eat mustard.
I didn't know that was a stereotype.
I think it is. Because majority of black people I know don't eat mustard.
I didn't know.
Did your grandmother eat mustard?
My grandmother did.
Yeah,
that's why I got it.
My grandmother wasn't no ketchup.
No, man, we had all the condiments.
But hey,
we had mayo.
I don't know if it was bought or made, but we had all the condiments.
Mayo, pork.
Yeah. I just had to ask because I was like, dog. I know black. And again, I say not all mustard. I'm talking about the French's, yellow mustard.
Man.
Only time, and I will say this: the only time I know black people eat mustard and potato salad,
or the deviled egg.
Oh, deviled egg! Do you put mustard in deviled eggs?
Yeah.
Okay.
You make them?
Yeah, I didn't know that, but yes.
Why
the hell we eat deviled eggs, dog?
Who came up with this shit?
I don't know. I don't.
I guess it was sick eggs.
They were just spicing it up.
They had too
many. Some religion.
They had too many eggs.
Have you ever tried to bite
the egg? Probably bought into it. Like, what is this?
We had too many eggs.
Paprika. Like, that's the damn devil.
Paprika on
These are damn devil eggs.
You dropped the whole thing in your mouth. I ain't trying to bite half.
I've eaten devil eggs when I was little. I don't eat devil eggs, dog.
Shit, I'll fuck some devil eggs up, nigga.
I do not eat no devil eggs, dog.
I don't know why, dog. Like,
Too.
I'll fuck some devil eggs.
Paprika, but you gotta put paprika. So like I be like looking at like recipes and stuff. Oh, it's always paprika. You gotta put some paprika on there. Like if you ain't got no paprika, they ain't eat them. And that's one thing I will say. Some devil eggs, like going to church and stuff growing up, it's always when you be doing like potlucks at church, there's always some damn devil eggs out there. Always some devil eggs out there.
Always.
Potato
salad.
And potato salad. Especially
you know what? I think that's why I like devil eggs because everybody can't make good potato salad.
I don't mess with nobody's potato salad.
Dog, you gotta eat mine, dog. I be getting down.
Hold on, dog.
That
was kind of aggressive.
I get down on some potato salad.
Everybody want to throw their love in the game.
Everybody want to put the onions in there and some other weird shit. It's like, dude, just standard potato salad.
Y'all probably wouldn't eat mine because I chop up some bacon and put it in there.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, but I use ranch dressing and I use mustard.
Some alcohol in there, I drink it. But bacon,
dog,
I swole off of it.
It was crazy. That's crazy, dog. Because I was like, man, I don't know too many black people eat mustard, especially in my house.
A whole bunch of them.
In my house, nobody ate mustard.
Mustard for whatever reason, man. Mustard get lost in my house. Because I probably buy. I think I'm the only one that buy it unless my like we grilling and my aunties or something. But
we don't eat no.
I love mustard.
We didn't eat no damn mustard growing up in my crib.
Don't have mustard in the crib though.
It was there.
I know I've been there.
It was there.
And relish.
It was there. Yeah, and relish. We always had it. But when we ate brats or hot dogs or something, that junk never came out.
I was.
How can you eat something?
You know what?
Even if you barbecue it, you still gotta put ketchup and mustard on it.
I don't put ketchup.
I put ketchup now. You know, if you're from Chicago, they say that you should not be eating. They say you don't eat hot dogs with ketchup on it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because you know they the Chicago dogs.
Don't
so be having all that stuff on it.
Don't do it, man. You make me hungry. Don't you trip.
It be having all that stuff on it. So
I had ketchup on my Chicago style hot dog.
Stop it,
man. They don't like it though.
Oh.
If you talk to a Chicagoan,
mustard.
If you talk to Chicagoan, they be like, nah.
They be having onions, peppers.
Yeah, I definitely keep that onions out there, but I like that.
It gotta be on that
with the seasoned bun.
It gotta be on the
with the solid chips and a drink for $5.
Dog said, "Oh, it's time to go down there now." No, we gotta get the Top Golf, dog.
They bringing Top Golf to Potawatomi.
Yeah, I saw that, but we gotta go.
Hey, we can do it.
Top Golf is a place. Top Golf is a place. It's like a driving range. Okay, looks like a driving range. A lot of them I seen have an upstairs and downstairs.
Right, like Korea.
Yeah, it looks like a driving range, but it's actually you can like set up and play games and stuff. So there's like stuff out like where you hit the balls. You can hit too. You get points and stuff like that. It's actually pretty fun. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about it till Izzy, who's down in Florida, and my son Izzy. He's like, we got to go Top Golf. So now I got a Top Golf card and everything.
Oh, you got his card.
Yeah, I had to get my card because you gotta get a membership card when you go to Top Golf.
You can membership cards. Have you guys gone to drive those go-karts
tomorrow?
What's that?
Do the real shit.
I got tracking tomorrow, bro.
Oh,
that's the real shit.
Hello, it's paying dividends, baby.
Yeah.
This golf.
Unless you put some dollars in my pocket.
Hold on, man.
Yeah,
my wife told me to give up strippers. $dollars in the pocket. Oh, baby, coming out there with that.
So now, what was you talking about? Go karts.
Hey, since we're talking about, you haven't gone out to Waukesha and drove those go karts yet?
At the Old American?
It was the Old American. Have you drove?
No, I go by there every day. I know people saying it was hot though.
Dude, I love it.
Indoor golf cart.
I thought about getting in a little league.
It's an indoor golf cart. It's an indoor golf cart.
They're not weak.
Yeah, there's a indoor golf
No,
cart.
no,
Right
No,
up.
it's not like this.
These fast.
You put the sleeve on, you put the helmet on.
Yeah, these fast.
Yeah, they
I'm
fast.
just saying it was by that McDonald's up on 27th
Nah,
Street.
this ain't
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
This
No,
ain't like that.
that's
I ain't been there neither, but I'm
This
just
He's
saying
talking about
I drove
he's talking
past.
about Johnson Park.
Yeah, I know. This
You
is
talking about
two track.
Johnson
What
Park?
they call?
Yeah, it's outside. You talking
No,
about
no, no. This is inside.
Oh, they must have just made
This
it.
is
Yeah.
this
No,
is
no,
this
this
is two
been
tracks,
there,
like
since
full
we-
tracks. You put the sleeves on. You know, you see the laps. And at the end, you get a printout,
Yeah,
and the car is
it's pretty
fast as a mud.
They said it's kind of expensive.
It is kind of expensive.
Oh,
But
Like
it's fun.
$25-$30.
Man,
or
it's worth
something.
it. It's completely worth it.
Dude, you can do that shit in your regular car
This
without putting the sleeves on.
this Negro.
God,
Nigga, please.
hold on, man. You mean to
No,
tell me
that's
you're gonna
the-
go and pay?
That's it right there.
You gonna pay $25 to go in a go kart as fast as probably what 45 is the top speed.
When it's go karts,
Yeah,
it's fine, man. This ain't like no regular go kart.
duh. My dad say 160.
Yeah,
MAGA, my nigga.
mega.
No, that's not. Hey, that's
And that
more
sounds so
nigga, my
perfect.
nigga. That's what. Hey, niggas is like, hey,
I said,
we
you
can
do that in
drag
your car.
race down
You
Sherman.
can do that in your car.
You got that
That's,
right.
that's some stuff your boy would say.
Hey,
That's
right.
some stuff your boy
you
would
jump
say.
on. You jump
I
on.
ain't gonna pay $40. I can fill my car up with $40 and do the same thing on
You
Fifth
jump
and Locust.
on I-43.
Duh. We talk about this real quick. What y'all think about Sarah Huckabee Sanders leaving?
She got fired. She
Dude,
had to get let go.
fired.
yo,
Listen.
what does it fucking matter if Miss Piggy ass got
Those
let
are the
go?
biggies.
There's the answer.
Fuck her.
The thing. So I'm listening. So I was listening today, and some people think she about to run for governor in Arkansas.
That's what she's there for. That's exactly what they said.
She ain't gonna. What you call this dude from Arkansas called. He said she ain't gonna have a vote.
I do know that. Well,
She ain't got
they
a
say they usually have like a 2-year tenure for burnout purposes. So it's natural.
But realistically,
that- but
this is. So this morning I'm watching Good Morning America, right? They start talking about her. She has traveled with Trump. She's like Trump right hand man now. So like when he was in England just recently, she was there. When she was with Kim Jong Un, she was there. They don't be taking the press secretary with them out of damn places.
Why would he?
But why? That's what I'm saying. But she
He
went
is the practice.
because that's
He knows how to spin it.
right,
yeah. I don't like her. I hope she don't get no job, no place ever.
you know
Really?
she gonna
Come
get
on, you
some
can't
job.
count a person's life.
If nothing
Man,
else,
fuck her.
if nothing else.
I just wanted to hear what y'all had to say.
Nah, like straight up.
I hear- I hear what
People
you're
trying to
I
say.
hate what
People
you're
trying to
saying.
say.
I ain't trying to get in her pockets now, but
God, fuck
but-
her. Fuck her
but-
pockets.
but
Listen,
if she
if
go to,
you
she
ruin
gonna
hate-
end up at Fox. That's it. If she don't do nothing else, she gonna end up at
She
Fox.
she'll probably be running that motherfucker. She probably be president.
But they were saying she probably gonna. If she go to Fox, she gonna get paid.
Yeah, or she can run for Congress in some little
Arkansas.
yeah
From Arkansas.
section where they'll
they-
vote
She'll be the
for.
governor for Arkansas.
Yeah.
She represents Trump.
They
Right.
said dude said no. He said people are already talking about in Arkansas that no way she ain't
We
going.
ain't letting that come down here and do nothing.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Miss Piggy. That's funny.
Yeah, that's what
That's
she
what it look
reminded
like.
me of.
I
I
know
didn't
down
know she
south
was
that
Mike.
woman.
She was Mike Huckabee. Man, fuck her.
She Mike Huckabee's daughter.
Yeah, and fuck him too.
Yeah.
I don't
Mike
give a-
Huckabee who ran
Listen.
for president.
I know exactly who he is.
Yeah, that's his daughter.
Right.
I know.
Okay.
So they got more money. Shit. So fuck them. Shit. You know.
Well, what? Oh! That was Did you ever see Lethal Weapon? Lethal Weapon, the one with Joe Pesci.
Yeah,
in
Joe
it.
Pesci.
Oh,
Yeah.
When he was like, "That's how come I don't go through the drive-through because they fuck you. They fuck you. You leave and they fuck you. Fuck them. Fuck them." So that's when you said that. That's what I
Hey
thought of.
man, straight up. They're like, fuck her, fuck him.
Mm.
They got more money and they sprue lies, hate, deceit, they cover up. I don't got no
It's
love
called
for them.
politics.
I don't give a fuck what it is. But I'm just saying, you know, there's a way that you can be principled, ethical, morally and right and just. They are none of that. So why do I give two shits if they pockets is less than mine? I know that they are doing everything they can to make sure that all of us niggas have no money in our
Can I ask
pocket.
you this?
So fuck.
Can
Yeah,
you name
go
any
ahead.
politician that was moral, ethical? Really? Can you name one?
But now you getting in the weeds of it.
No, that's not the
But
weeds.
all I'm
that's
saying,
above ground.
but listen, I can't.
Okay, that's fair.
But I can name people that are foul, despicable, and just
Who got caught being foul and
immoral
Who got
people.
caught being foul and despicable?
Even if they just from what they speak of,
Got caught.
you know, whether they get caught or not, that I don't. What do you do? What you do in your everyday life, whether that's right or wrong, I don't give a fuck. But when you speak, and you're influencing the American people from a civic duty responsibility, that's where Sarah Huckabee.
What was she? Civic duty was she getting people? What was she stopping?
Ooh, she's misleading the American citizen.
How
She's
is she
feeding
doing
them
that?
bullshit because she's covering up for her president who's doing bullshit. So I don't got no love for people that are just purposely dishonest.
Yeah.
Mm.
So okay. So all right. So we don't talk about her. I got something serious. I kind of want to talk about her. I got something serious. I kind of want to talk about.
What's that?
So this past week, I went to a psychologist. Right.
Okay.
A psychologist. Yeah.
Psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm.
Because the psychologist prescribes medicine, but doesn't.
Oh, that's what I've been doing wrong.
So no. So I went to a psychiatrist. So I wanted to go to psychiatrist. Like I went to the VA because of PTSD and all that kind of stuff, right? But they gave me this young white woman. She had no clue what to ask me. She had no clue nothing about my life, all that kind of stuff. So this week, I don't go to the VA. I went through my own personal insurance. So I found this black man, and that's what I want to talk about, right? I want to talk to a black dude about you know what I'm saying, about what's going on. Dog came out and said, because I was telling him like all the stuff I'm feeling and just how white my world is, and I feel like I just don't, you know what I'm saying, all that kind of stuff. So he was saying I have a little bit of depression. He said, "Now you got a little bit there." He said, "You got anger issues." He said, "We're gonna work on this stuff." But I just want to know from you guys, how come black people don't go to do mental health stuff?
They're scared. Ignorant and
I
scared.
don't think
They're dumb to the fact.
I don't think they're scared.
Number one, they're dumb to the fact.
Who is they?
I give you that.
Who did you ask?
Okay.
What people were you talking
I'm just
about?
saying, you saying they like
Yeah, I
niggas
said
ain't
they
gonna go
because
find
you stated who they were. They're dumb to the fact.
He's saying that like people ain't gonna go find him.
No, that's not it. You've already said who it was. When I
I'm
said they,
just saying, yeah. I'm just messing.
they're dumb to the fact that they don't understand it.
I wouldn't say dumb. I'll say
Let me finish.
ignorant.
No, ignorant's not the right word. Ignorant means that you know better, but you're gonna do what the fuck.
No,
you do.
ignorant means you're unaware.
No.
Dumb means you're unaware.
Look it up.
Dumb means you just don't. You can't.
You're unaware.
Ignorant means that
You know better.
no.
Okay. I don't want to waste.
No.
Time
Please correct me because
I did.
look at this.
Lacking
Eric,
knowledge or awareness in general,
Thank you.
uneducated
Thank you.
or unsophisticated.
Fucking
And
thank
that's
you.
what-
No.
The
Read that
definition-
shit again.
Wait, no,
No, read the whole shit again.
The definition of ignorant
Right.
is lacking knowledge or awareness in general, uneducated or unsophisticated.
What's dumb mean?
All right, well, look that up.
I'll wait.
Oh, you ain't gotta wait.
No, not for you. For him.
Temporarily unable or unwilling to speak.
Mm.
And then informal, which is a verb, simplify or reduces the intellectual content of something so as to make it accessible to a large number of people.
So you don't know any better.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Make dumb or unheard.
Dude,
Unheard. It doesn't make a difference. You dumb.
did you
don't
just
know
hear? Did you just hear the definition of ignorance?
All right, but anyway, so y'all messing me up. So what about it?
better. So what about it?
So what is you going with that? Because my question was, how come we as a people, black people, don't do mental health stuff?
Number one, we ignore it. We don't know any better.
I think you're somewhat true.
Number two, what happens when you deal with mental illness in the house, because it's been passed on from at least the 40s or the 50s, where people say,
yeah, I don't
tell nobody about such and such. You're a little special.
Or your grandparents or somebody don't want to go to the doctor.
Right.
In general. So because I was talking to him, and I talked to the Inca Queen.
Can I give you my answer?
Yes.
It's part of that, but it is really psychologically. Black people do not want to be labeled crazy, because that is an illness that no one wants to have.
No one means that you're crazy.
Like if you're certified crazy, like
right.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, mental health is equivalent to physical health. Like, people don't want to go and see their doctors because there's prejudice there too. They're not getting the right type of help. You specifically said that you want to see a black male, somebody that you can look across the table and relate to. A lot of people ain't even thinking that far. It was like, oh, a lot of times black people go and see a psychiatrist or a therapist because they're ordered to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it proves all the wrong things.
Yeah. So the reason I even brought it up is because, like, dude, the psychiatrist, the therapist, however you want to say it, and the Inca Queen both said, I'm glad that you're here doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I? It's like, because people just don't do this. You know what I'm saying?
That's game. It don't have nothing to do with who you are.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying in general.
Right, but you're not
a lot
general.
of people. I understand. I'm just saying in general. So it started to get me thinking, how come black people don't go to mental health stuff? But we do have some mental health issues.
And remember this, the one thing that don't leave out this part about being poor. So you
has something to do with it.
So you do get state. So you do get
the
state insurance. Another place you know to run right away is the emergency room.
Yeah.
They just got milked off into first care.
Yeah.
And it's kind of iffy, but the emergency room is not like it used to be when we
urgent care. Yeah, you better off going to urgent care going to emergency room.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
I know that too.
Right. So you have to remember that first, and then you look at, okay, now you have to deal with, I can't take
financially has a lot. I think that has a lot
to do with it, because your finances free you up to being open to things that can help you.
Yeah. Because when I started, and then I started thinking about that financially, and then I forgot what I was about to say. I blanked.
It's okay. So last year, I saw a therapist.
Okay.
A white man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Older white man and shit.
Yeah.
You know, it was just somebody that I can talk out my thoughts with.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't about anger. It wasn't about anger issues. It's just about actually it was just a lot of converging issues.
Yeah.
As a black man, that
you just need to get off your chest and think.
Yeah, it was like, because for black men, and I'm gonna speak about myself, we always think that we're on an island.
To a certain extent, I believe that.
All men think that they're on an island.
Black men, especially
though. I agree with that somewhat.
We, you know, I
can even give you an example of that one.
Like 3 core friends that they like. No other man know me 100%.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It's like I that is guarded. Well, no one knows me 100%. I'm guarded because the information that I do give out, that do matters to me, I don't give out. Now, Facebook may track that and put the pieces together. That's a different shit.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
But as far as, I mean, it's being a black man, we face against a lot of challenges. So we go out into the world making sure that we are as stoic as we possibly can be.
Yeah, because, and I think that's partially because of who we are and the way society is.
Yes.
Because us as black men, and I say this all the time, people, to like white people who I know who can understand me, when I walk out the door of my house, I'm somebody totally different than I am inside my house. You know what I'm saying? because the world views me a certain way.
Yeah.
So I have to act a certain way. I have to think a certain way. I have to always be constantly thinking. You know what I'm saying? I got to be on my toes for this or on my toes for that. I got to be on my P's and Q's because I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and everybody say, yeah, because when I see a police officer, I got to be thinking totally different.
Yep.
And people always say, well, yeah, when I see a police officer, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? Because when you see a police officer as a white person, not you, but as a white person, when they see a police officer, they thinking, well, why am I being pulled over?
They feel it's safe.
They feel, yeah, there's a certain safety.
There's
a certain safety.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, for me, it's like, oh yeah, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy because you know this guy. He's like I said, he's a black guy. We were talking about that. You know what I'm saying? And I even told. He said, and this is what he told me. Now this guy, he said he's married to a white woman, right? And he said early in our dating. Now this is probably about 60. He's up there. He's like early in our dating lives. I told my wife that you got to understand my relationship with the police. I don't like them. They probably don't like me, and we got to be careful. And if you can't handle that, this ain't gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because we were talking about that. Because I was talking about how the boys up in Minnesota, and I got to worry about that. When I walk outside my house, I got to worry about so much different stuff. Especially, I don't want to have to worry about the police, but I got to. You know what I'm saying? Because the problem is, and here's the thing. So everybody, you know, and I'll be first one to say there are good cops out there. The problem is find out that they're good or not. I don't want to be even put in a position to find out if you're a good cop or not. So I just rather
we as black people, we cannot afford to rest assured. Oh, no, don't worry. This is one of the good cops. I can tell. We don't have that luxury. No, that's what I'm saying. We as black folks, we don't have that luxury. So it's another anxiety that we have to get to. It was like, for the most part, I work at home, but I have anxiety when I get out because you have to be your head on a swivel.
Yes.
You know, I don't have to, where I live at, I don't have to think about the black crimes. I have to think about the white crime.
You're gonna get pointed out for.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the white crime, which means that they may be looking at me like I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
You know, but those are the things that why we don't talk about. Does it make a difference, or like why we don't talk about our anxieties?
Because I think and I've been kind of thinking about that, and this is just my thought process about that. Because growing up by my grandparents, as a child, you were supposed to be seen, not heard. You know what I'm saying?
Did you feel that way?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. My grandparents, like I could talk to her and stuff, but when people are around, sometimes you're supposed to be seen, not heard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Folks, yeah.
So yeah, you don't be in grown folks' business.
Oh,
you don't talk back to your grandparents.
Is that seen out? Is that really seen out? Her?
Yes.
To a certain extent, yeah.
I feel comfortable.
Business.
If they were having company, I feel comfortable coming upstairs, going to the fridge, saying hello.
Yeah, that type of stuff. But you ain't getting in that conversation. You ain't. There you go. That's what I'm saying.
You got the kid table over there.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't talking to them like you part of that conversation.
As soon as the kid open their mouth,
yeah,
we say.
So that's what I'm talking
about. Nowadays, it's changed now.
So yeah, now it's changed. But we growing up weren't allowed to express ourselves.
No, we weren't. That's the truth.
So I think that's part of it too. Is now that we're getting older, we still don't want to express ourselves. We have to put our front of who we are to a certain extent because we either don't know how to or we don't like to express ourselves.
Or we've been taught to play along with the game, and everyone should.
Or we've been taught, yes.
And it stunts our growth.
Yeah, like I know a young man. I'm not gonna say his name or anything. I know a young man. His mom was a drug dealer when he was growing up. She told him, "Don't say nothing to nobody ever."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this cat grew up keeping information in. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's part of how we grew up. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell everybody your business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like my grandmother used to say, you don't tell everybody your business.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Don't go to school, tell everybody that. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell everybody your business. You know what I'm saying? So now, when you're older, you don't do that. And I tell people this all the time. Here's the crazy thing. So for me, I grew up in that type of environment, right? I get in the Marine Corps. What do? Special operations. Special operations. You can't tell people half the time the stuff that you're doing. You see what I'm saying? So it's indwelled in me even more. You know what I'm saying? I remember when me and the Inca Queen first started dating, she used to ask me questions. And I would say yes or no. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really respond to her or tell her anything because I was like, yes or no. It's a need to know basis. I used to tell people all the time, I do things on need to know basis. And if you need to know, you ain't gonna find out from me. You see what I'm saying? But this is I think this is
keep everything secret and away from me, please.
But that's how I roll. That's how I roll. And even now a little bit, even now I still
but that's healthy though.
I have those tendencies.
That's not healthy.
It's not healthy.
No. To be wise about it is healthy.
Usually the people that are having an issue with you not telling everything are people that are going to run your mouth.
Listen,
But yeah, but
we know that.
But I think what he's saying